The construction of the wall begins. I'm here with my contractor, Clifford Smith, who's also my father. Cheap labor.
Cheap labor is right.
Quality labor, though. Quality labor, he assures me.
I don't even bring my own pen. I had to
no,
bring that.
that's true, and calculator. I thought we were going to be building a wall, but apparently we have to do some advanced math first, because we have to determine maximum height, right, for this wall?
Maximum height.
All right, let's take a look at the diagrams.
So we're going to build it on the floor.
Yeah.
And put its foundation and its wheels under it, and then we're going to tip it up. And because of the width of the frame for the wheels, we got to know how long the hypotenuse is.
Do you know why I'm smiling right now? Because on Watch It Played, I teach you how to play games. And listen to him. He's teaching you how to build a wall. It's like in our system somehow. All right, we're going to take a look at the diagrams and see how we're going to get this Watch It Build session done. Hi, welcome back to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith. I hope you enjoyed that first segment there before the music. Just a random shot I did of me and my father. I told him, listen, I'm going to put the camera on and I'm just going to say a couple quick words. You okay with that? He said, sure, fine. And his first instinct, once he started talking, was to start instructing and explaining what he was doing and to try to teach people about it. And I had to laugh because I just saw the connection right away. I guess I come by the drive to instruct somewhat naturally. My mother actually was also a school teacher before she had me, so it's in our blood a little bit, I think. Anyway, the walls, they're done, as you can see. Well, they're built anyway. And you notice my hand swinging way back here? I couldn't do that with the green screen. The green screen used to be like right here to my back. That's how we had to set up in order to get the camera and the footage framed correctly. It had to be right up against the screen. And now it's quite a distance away. And I really intended to shoot a lot more footage of the actual construction of the walls, just for fun. But really, once we got started, we started early in the morning and we ended late at night, and we had just finished the main big wall. It's behind me here. We didn't actually finish the two wings. I had to do those on my own later. And that's why there hasn't been any new video footage. Basically, with Christmas and everything else going on, I also wanted to finish these wings so that at the start of the new year, we could get right back into the gameplay episodes. But let me just show you very quickly here. This is sort of, I guess, what I would consider our normal shot here. But I'm going to back the camera up so you can see just how much more space we have to work with. So here the camera's been moved back enough that you can see basically almost the full entire back wall. And I actually have a larger table now than the one I was using before. And we have room for it, which is really great. And here, instead of moving the camera back, I've just moved the table back. So now I'm a little bit closer to the wall. You can probably see on the corners there the rollers that these walls are on, because the wall can now be moved around if needed. And there's two wings, which I'll show you in a second, that can be moved as well. The main reason I wanted this on wheels is because I'd like to be able to spin it around and have the backside painted green when I do want to do some kind of green screen effect work, usually for instructional videos for publishers, not necessarily in our main videos. And this is probably as far away from you guys as I'd want to get, but this again gives us a little more space. You can definitely see now down below the rollers and the bases of the walls. In this situation, I'd probably get a second table and put it next to this one, spread it out, and that way it would just cover all that down at the bottom. I can even stand up actually this far back and I still remain in the shot. Not that there'd be many reasons I'd need to do that, but possibly if I was trying to explain something and I wanted to have a little pop-out window here or something, then I could do that. But listen, I'm feeling too far from you. Let's come back over here and we'll continue the rest of this. Okay, just one more angle I wanted to show you. Because we have these wing walls, I can bring the camera around on a slightly different degree, and still we've got something behind us, which is kind of nice. And because these wings are on wheels, they're much smaller than the main wall, but because they're on wheels, I can bring them around. So if I wanted to shoot from this side of the table this way, rather than you seeing the exposed basement and the mess of that, I could bring a wall around in behind it, and it would be covered from that direction as well, which is really great. So anyway, I know these are just plain old walls, but to me, it allows me to do a few more things that I really wanted to do, and that's something that was made possible because of the donations that we received, and I really appreciate that. The money that we received from those donations obviously had to be put back into our family, but Christy agreed that if a certain amount was raised, then we could try to reinvest back into the show a little bit. And that's just something I really want to do as time goes on, try to, in whatever little ways I can, continue to improve the quality of the show and kick it up a notch as we can. I wouldn't mind doing something possibly with the set decoration here. I don't mind the wood paneling, but I wouldn't mind maybe trying to come up with something to decorate it a little bit. I don't want anything back there that's overly distracting. So I'd certainly be interested in hearing what your opinions are, and you can leave them in the YouTube comments below. If you think I should just leave it plain like this, let me know, or if you think maybe it deserves a coat of paint, maybe one solid color or possibly two, something like that, let me know. I really don't want to create a distraction behind me of a bunch of different things. I'd like the focus to be able to remain on the game and on the things that we're talking about here at the table. But if I hear a clever idea, then I might consider it. So definitely let me know what you think. As you can imagine, I'm pretty excited to actually shoot some gameplay footage here in this new setup. It's going to take a few days, though. If you're watching this live, you're going to notice a bit of a gap. We're right in the middle of Christmas. At the time of this recording, it's Christmas Eve. So, as you can imagine, our focus needs to be on family and doing some holiday things together, which will hopefully include some gaming as well. But soon after the new year, I expect we'll be back. And what I want to do is follow up on our Zombicide instructional video. There's a quick rules error we have to correct. It's a small one, but an important one. I want to also go over the characters, and then we'll shoot our actual live episode. That should happen very, very early in the new year. And then I have another game planned that I'm going to be playing with you guys, and also I'm going to be working on the City of Remnants instructional video to try to get that out as soon as humanly possible as well. So busy time at the start of the year, but I hope you guys will stick with us and join us for those. I can't stand making mistakes in videos, and I always want to correct them as quickly as possible. I'm going to go into more detail in the next episode, but I just very quickly want to mention it in case you guys get Zombicide for Christmas or you've purchased it and you're going off of what I said. I don't want to give you the wrong impression about how a particular card is played, and that's those manhole cover cards. When you draw them from the zombie deck, what I had told you was that any space where there's a manhole cover and a survivor will then spawn a zombie. I was wrong about that. What I should have said is any tile where there's a manhole cover and there is a survivor on that tile. In that situation, the manhole cover will spawn a zombie. So that's even more dangerous than the way I described it. So please keep that in mind. You can go to the rule book for more details on that. I'll go into it in more detail and show a couple examples of that in the next episode, as well as going over some of the characters that we can use in Zombicide during our playthrough. For the rest of this episode, let's do a quick unboxing. I also have all the names of the people who submitted in the Superhero Squad contest. I need to cut those up, put them in a hat. Luke's going to join me. We're going to do a draw and announce 2 winners from that. And then I want to end the episode with a clip of both my mother and father and I after we finished the wall. I kind of tricked them a little bit. I told them I was going to take a couple pictures with them, and we did do that, but then I also turned on the video and sprung that on them. And just because I wanted to see what would happen if we got talking a little bit. And I thought I would share that with you guys as well. Some of you might find that interesting. But let's start with the unboxing. A little while ago, I got an email from a gentleman named Ricardo Crosa. It turned out he's a viewer of ours. He was looking for some information on board games. He came across our Mice and Mystics playthrough. He saw me and Luke playing. He got quite attached to the series. And then he ended up ordering the game, and it had shipped to his home in Italy. And so we got talking back and forth. Really nice guy. Come to find out he is a comic book artist. And I love comic books. So that was really neat to talk about comic books and the process with an actual artist. And it turns out he's also a game designer as well. So he decided to send us a copy of one of his games, which was really exciting because it's one I knew about actually and was interested in. And when he heard that, he offered to send it to us. So that was really nice of him. I'm going to get Luke to come down and do the unboxing with me right now. And I've been joined by
Luke Smith.
That's right. Luke, what do you think of the new setup?
Good, but we need to paint it yellow.
Luke would like to see yellow. That's his favorite color. I think Luke might be a little bit disappointed. I don't think we're going to do yellow. It's funny because we used to be, of course, in front of a green screen, and when Luke would wear green, he'd kind of disappear into it. Now we're kind of in front of a brown screen.
Yeah.
And you're wearing
brown.
But listen, Luke,
it's dark brown.
It's dark, yes. It's not too bad. We need to open this box. Now, I actually already opened this box, Luke, but once I saw it was on top, I had to stop and wait for you to come down here and do it with me. Okay, so go ahead and let's lift up the top, and you'll see why in a moment. Why I had to wait for you to come. What is this on the top?
A evil dude and a little dude.
Yes, and what's the evil dude saying? The big guy.
Sigh.
These are not good times for evil geniuses.
Help, master!
Attack! What's the name of the little boy?
Luke.
What do you think of that?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Keep going.
Do you want to say thank you to Ricardo for that?
Thanks, Ricardo?
Ricardo.
Ricardo.
Yes. Ricardo, thank you so much. This is a wonderful picture, as you guys got a chance to see there. That's something you're going to get to keep forever. Okay, an original piece of art with you in it. How awesome is that?
Awesome.
There's also a game in here, though, of course.
Fluffies.
And fluffies. Boy, Ricardo really knew what you liked. There is a game in here, and the game that he sent us... Wait a second.
I found something else.
What's at the bottom? Hold on, there's a game in here. We'll get to that in a moment. What's this at the bottom? I didn't know there was anything else in here. Okay, hold on a second. We'll be right back. Okay, seriously now. When I opened this box the first time, I saw the picture on top, the game underneath. I didn't go beyond it because I knew I wanted to open this box with Luke. Andrea, I realize you just got home from work and you don't feel altogether put together, but...
I'm still beautiful!
You're still beautiful. And there's something else in this box underneath the games and the fluffies. There is another picture for you. And what's the girl saying in the picture?
It's the Andrea show.
It's a fan of the Andrea show. Isn't that awesome?
It's a cat.
It is a cat girl. And that was drawn just for you, so both of you got a picture, which is pretty cool.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. And of course, a game is in here as well. And let me just open up the game. I'll show you some of the parts that come in it and tell you a little bit about it. The game is called I, Dark Overlord. It's a fantasy party game where one player is the Dark Overlord and the other players are the bungling goblin underlings who have botched yet another mission and are now forced to grovel and come up with stories and excuses for their ineptitude. And this will generally involve blaming the other players at the table. Now, the game uses the cards to guide the story and the discretion of the Overlord to determine who is to blame. All right, so we all got something. Now it's time to give something away. What I've done is I've taken all of the names of the people and I've cut them up.
I'll have my hat back.
Yeah, don't put that on yet. Luke, how about you give it a shake? And what we're going to do is have Andrea draw for the first winner. Okay? And the first winner is going to get the 2-player pack, Superhero Squad, and the Hulk playmat. All right, you ready to do this?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm going to draw one right now.
And when you draw it, just put it in my hand here so I can show everyone. You got one?
There we go.
Okay. And the winner is... The winner is Matt Parker. You have won the Hulk and the game. Congrats, Matt. But now the draw for...
The unicorn sewer mat.
Okay, so this one will let Luke do the draw.
So I'm going to put my hand in, mix it up, and pick somebody's name.
It's going to be...
Let's see.
Who is it? Gessie, or Jesse? Gessie, probably. Hurd. All right, so there are the winners. Thank you so much for entering the contest. I didn't reply to people who sent into the contest, but I did read all the nice comments that people sent. It was really nice, especially this time of the year. And before we sign off, we just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, or Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, or whatever tradition you celebrate this time of year. If you don't celebrate any, I just hope you're having fun with your family, and maybe even playing some games. Remember, at the end of this episode, we are going to have a little clip of me and my parents talking about the wall. Stay tuned for that. Until then, though,
thanks for watching, and a Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Hi, welcome back to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith, and this is...
This is his mom.
This is Joan Smith, my mother, and this is...
Clifford, his father.
That's right. I didn't tell them I was going to shoot video. So, are you okay with this?
Oh, I'm very, very disturbed.
She's the most nervous, I think. It's nervous excitement is what it is. So, we've got the wall, and that's in thanks to the contributions of my father who, we started work on this, what time this morning? Well, yes, that's true. Yesterday we started laying things out. But this morning we really started the serious work. What time would you say that was? Was it 9:30? 9:30. And what time is it now? It's 9:30, actually. It's 9:30. So, and we got one wall up, but it's the big one. And there was 2 wings we were going to build. We have the materials for it. You're going to leave that in my hands.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He's trained well.
He's taught me everything he knows. It should be fine. But hopefully you can see. Now, obviously this is plain.
It's standing.
Boring. But it is standing.
Yes, it is.
And I wanted these guys to sit with me because if it falls over, I don't want to go down alone. And I'm not going to put my kids here. Come on. They got their whole lives out of them. Okay, so...
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. But so it's standing upright, which is good. Obviously, you need to decorate a little bit. Got to paint this thing. What do you think? What do you think for colors? That'd be good.
What am I here for? If I didn't build it, what
Well, you
am I
didn't
doing?
build it, but obviously,
You were supportive.
moral support. Mom, basically, while we were working, sat on the stairs and asked us a number of questions. Is that straight? Should that be cut? Should that be sanded? Do you have some earmuffs? And that was helpful because it made us want to get the job done faster.
And if she hadn't made those suggestions, the finished product wouldn't be.
No, it's true. No, you did ask some questions that we then changed what we were doing and made a better project.
Exactly.
So really needed both of you. And honestly, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for both of us. So can't do anything about that, right?
No fault for that.
That's where we
accept
stand.
that.
Yes, this is
We
all
have
your
no
fault.
problem with it.
So yeah, so what do you think about color? What do you think for a good color? Any thoughts?
Do you have a favorite?
Well, not green. Not green. We've had enough green, right? Right, Luke?
Okay.
Luke's our cameraman right now. No green. Otherwise, I think we're gonna wrap it up. I still got work to do. You guys are leaving tomorrow, so I'm gonna spend some time with them. I thought I'd shoot more video during the construction, but honestly, we were so busy, we didn't have time for it. And if I was holding the camera, Dad'd be doing all the work, and that wouldn't have looked good. So anyway, we'll wrap it up here. I want to thank you guys very much for your help. Appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you guys who helped make this happen. Because now we got a wall here. All right, see you later.